With MaxWaxPax, I sat down and have no idea where I put my gloves, so I'm not gonna touch anything until I find my gloves, which were right here. But anyways, I'm getting ready to grade, so let me show you. We're gonna get these cards prepped up. My son just pulled some of those. These are the ones we've already prepped. Some of you guys know we pulled that SGA 1 of 1 black prism. That's a 20. Oh, here are my gloves. So I'm gonna go through this real quickly, inspect the cards. Since we're the ones who open these cards, and we were recording our opening, so I know we had gloves on when we did them, but I want to go through it before I submit them all, and especially because my son's pretty pumped. I mean, he pulled some pretty amazing cards. Anyways, these ones that you see with the tabs, these were pulled this week, these were pulled a couple days ago, I guess. So we're gonna get these going. Some of these were bought, like this one and this one. These were bought raw, cleaned up, ready to go. Some are big cards, some are regular cards. All right, so I'm gonna put these ones aside, and now we're gonna get to I'll leave this here, right? So you can kind of see what we're working on. And we're getting started on these ones. So let me go through and see what we want to do here. I'm not sure I'm really going to mess with these autos right now. I have to think about that. I know I will do a couple of these for sure. I may leave some of the rest of these out. I don't know yet. So I'm going to do these in order here, somewhat of an order of priority, perhaps. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get started with the Mahomes, the CJ Stroud. Yeah, I think we could start like that, and then we'll take it from there. All these will be going, though, so let me just put those here. This is ready, and then we'll take our 1 of 1 also. Knock this one out as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Mahomes because that was the most recent one that was pulled last night. The other ones were pulled a couple days ago. And I'm just going to give it a good look over, see what we've got. Everything on this card looked pretty amazing to begin with. So there's not much to it. I mean, like I said, we just opened it. Even though it's a 7-year-old card, we opened it last night from a fresh pack. So it's pretty cool. So let me just move this out of the way. I think this card looks really good, actually. I was really impressed with it when we opened it. And I'm still looking at it again today. I still think it looks very clean. Excited to send this one in as well. So I'll put today's cards on this side. There you go. Let's see. We'll go with Joe Burrow next. That card is gorgeous. Wow, excellent, excellent card. So we'll get that one in. Number 31 to 99. This came out of our 2023 case that we opened. Loved it. Card looks gorgeous. Very excited about it again. So we'll be sending that one out too. And then my son pulled another one. The guy was on fire. I mean, like, wow. So, this one looks great too. I mean, it really does. It's got beautiful, I mean, everything about it looks great. Cannot complain at all. See our Marcus Allen downtown. And this is out of 25, number 20 out of 25. Again, a gorgeous looking card. With the 8170, have you had it not want to pull cards in? And yes, I have the part you've provided, but I have been running into. Okay, so yeah, so something that I did have that problem, and it wasn't about not pulling cards in. So it's all about how you feed the cards, right? So let me give you an example. And I did this, I think yesterday or something I was showing. So assume like here's the feeder, right? So a lot of people just put their cards in like that. And I don't do that, okay? So obviously I've got them face this, I've got them faced, I'm trying to make this to where it's on camera with you too. I've got them face this way, and when I put them in, so like I said, some people put them in like that. I fan them out like this, okay? So they'll look like that staggered when I put them in, and then I'll let them go in that order. So they it's kind of like a deck of cards. When you do this with a deck of cards, I drop them in that way. And here's what I've noticed is there are some cards that, you have to put your hand almost behind them and kind of press a little, and that's because the card isn't sliding on the penny sleeve, okay? Especially if you don't use sleeves and they're just like chrome or they're the high gloss, they stick together a lot. So, but when you have the sleeves, what you want to do is you want to make sure that before you put them in, like I just scanned some, and I don't have a stack. Well, let me use these. I'll just be very careful with them. So let's just say these are the ones I'm going to scan. I only put them in this much at a time too, and then I wait for them to start feeding, and then I put the next batch behind it. But I'll do this a lot. and that'll get the separation between the penny sleeves. So make sure that you do that, because depending on the moisture in your home, depending on the temperature outside, depending on the temperature in your house, I mean, depending on all those things, if they're compressed or have been compressed, or they just catch wrong, it will not allow it to feed, and you end up having to put your hand back there. Now, something I did try, which I was working on, and I'll probably put a part out, but again, it's very simple, is to get a 45-degree cut, like a piece of foam, very small, with a 45-degree, to put, that it will kind of hook onto the back of that scanner there on that plate, and so then it'll force the cards to be at that angle, right? And it pushes it down. But yes, I have had that problem. You just have to make sure that you're separating, if they're in penny sleeves, make sure you're kind of fanning them out and working them quite a way to where they can fall easily. But yes, I have that other problem. And one way that I worked around it, and it was specific cards. Like, for example, I was doing hockey, and I could not get the hockey cards to go. And I couldn't tell you why. I mean, I had sleeved them, and I had left the sleeves on there and just kind of compacted them in a box, and then it was just absolute nightmare trying to get them to go. I also pulled the back of the, like the plate, the plate that would hold a big piece of paper up from falling over, whatever that is, the guiding plate. I also pull that forward a little bit, and it also makes the cards go. So you could pull that a little bit and put something behind it to push it forward, and that forces the card to go down. But I've had that problem. The part isn't designed for that, so I made a new thing. I'll show you. Let me grab it real quickly. I think I have it in here somewhere. Yeah. So I'm finishing this design right now, but this is something you can actually, it's something to add to replace the wheel with, right? So this is the wheel. They give you their wheels, which are squishy, and I made these two, which are ribbed here, and I tested them both out, and that overcame the problem you're talking about, but I haven't had enough time to test it fully before I offer it out there. But try fanning them out and putting them in fan and see if that helps you, and let me know. Hope that helps a little bit answer the question. Okay, now back to this real quickly. I need to get rid of this right here. I don't know, eyelash or something. All right, so this card looks like it is, and it's black too, so this is a pain in the butt to try to get good, but man, does it look good. I love it. Let me just check a few more things up here. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. So we'll put this in here and send this one on its way also for grading. Okay, there we go. Puka Nakua. Gorgeous card again. I sleeved that too early. I forgot. I didn't even look at the back yet. Make sure we're good. Oh, I got you. Well, cool. No, that was a perfect. Thank you also. Awesome. Let me know, man. I'm always here to help out. I'm always testing out new things. I have plenty of those scanners here. So whenever I run to an issue or somebody says they have an issue, I can at least take them apart, see what the problem is, see what the fix might be, try to design a fix in CAD or something, print it, or whatever, form it somehow. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to help. So yeah, just keep me posted. Okay, I think this one's good to go. So we'll send that one. Okay, let's do our 101. good. All right, coming around here to the last few. Oh, you haven't. You should be able to, yeah, go right into eBay without having to use the export. I mean, not, and I say export meaning you're not doing it like in the other one where it was a Excel spreadsheet. This one actually should integrate straight in. I mean, last time I did it, I don't use it for that reason, for that purpose, to post on eBay, but I did when I tested it. That's how it was. So unless something's changed, it should be able to integrate straight with your stuff. But I don't know. I'll have to check into that and see. I mean, that's how I understood it from the last time I did it. Trying to get all the air out of this thing just to make it pack easier. I used to flip them over, but I've lost my skill or my touch in that. Wonderful. I see what you're saying. I don't think I'm doing any better by doing it that way than just closing it normally. All right, let's see. Still got a couple more here to prepare. these ones bagged up, and then I'll continue. Only a few more here that have already been cleaned. Oh, I can't see my screen. Great. If anybody's wondering, all these are going to PSA, by the way. And I have my reasons for that, and right now that to me is my best bet. So that's exactly where they are going. Oh my God. All right, don't let me down, dude. So it is that. Come on, Zion, you don't let me down. All right. All right, now let's see what we got left. Okay, wool lettuce. Let's start with wool lettuce, shall we? Perfect. Beautiful. All right, I got a couple more. And then I'm gonna call it a day for this part of the day because it's gym time and my wife will be waiting on me. So wrap a couple more of these up. What is that? Oh, never mind. That's part of the artwork. Ooh, that scared me. All right, last one. Here it is. No, I don't. I really haven't had the need to, but I mean, no. I guess the answer to the question, no, I haven't used it. I haven't done it. I really haven't. Yeah, I haven't run into a card where I really need to. All right, so those are done, and then what I'm going to do. These are obviously lesser cards, but I'll send these in when I have more time. I wanted to get these other ones in first, so that pretty much does it for these. All the other ones will be going into PSA. Hopefully they'll get out today. So when they get back, I'll let you guys know how we did. And we can see we did good on our last round. So that's all the cards for submission that'll be going in. All right, we'll be back later. We're gonna do some more live openings, guys. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully you find it helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need any help with that scanner, you let me know, guys.